What's up, guys? Welcome back to Project Garage. I'm Kyle, and today we're going to be working on the Yamaha Raptor 660. We have a new clutch lever we're going to install. It's an ASV, and it's a C6 series, unbreakable, adjustable. It's got the quick adjuster on the bottom, and it's got the dust boot with it. So we're going to install this new clutch, and I'll probably in another video give an in-depth review after riding. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so we got our Yamaha Raptor 660 here, and we're going to change out this clutch lever. We got the ASV C6 series, unbreakable, adjustable. It's got the quick adjuster, so that'll be super easy to use. And this was rated pretty good on Amazon, so we're going to throw this on here. It should look pretty sweet with the red and the black matching the handlebar grips. Eventually we'll probably switch the handlebars out, but I will do a in-depth video review on this after I ride with it and tell you guys how it works and how it is. So right now we're just going to swap it out, and tools you're going to need for this, I would say your magnetic tray. I enjoy having one. You don't need one of these. This just holds your parts. It's got a magnet on the bottom. I'll put a link to one of these in the description down below, and you can purchase that on Amazon. I'm going to use a power drill for this. You can also use a socket wrench, and you're just going to need an 8mm socket to pull the old one off here. So first things first, what we're going to do is take our pliers or our vice grips, because you know I love using vice grips, and we're going to take this and put it on our actual clutch down here. Now, you don't need it on there super tight, but I'm going to put it on there to make sure it's locked down there so that it stays. So it's locked down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this clutch manually. So we're going to pull it up so that your cable has some cable length. And then when you do that, we're going to pull this cable out. That way we can unscrew this right out of the perch here. And then once we do that, we're going to just pull this cable around and unhook it from the actual lever. You want to do this while it's attached so it's not moving on you. It makes it easier. So you're just going to rotate this by hand. Now what you also can do is you can unlink this here, which since we're working with one person here, that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to move this up by hand and then push that little safety lever over, and that'll be unlinked. So that's just going to hang there now. Now we can use our pliers or our vice grips, come up here, be able to wiggle this cable out, and you'll be able to unscrew this here. So just adjust that up, and then we're just gonna unscrew that right from the perch there. And you should be able to pull that cable loose. You'll probably be able to rotate your adjuster bolt by hand. Don't want to lose our pliers here. So that should just be able to twist right out. And you might even be able to do this. These grooves here, if you can get those grooves to line up without pulling them, well, I got the whole thing out, but without pulling it all the way out, you might be able to line up those grooves here if you want and just swing it out, but I got the whole thing to come out here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to swing this cable through here and just pop it right out. It just swings over, pulls out the bottom. So bada boom, bada bing. That one's done. Now what you're going to do is you're going to actually have to line the grooves up here. And just get this little piece out here. You might have to use some force on it, tug around on it, play with it. But you want it to come out that little groove there. So use your nail, maybe pop it out. Make sure your grooves are lined up here so you can push that out. You can also unscrew that all the way if you want, but I'm just trying to pull it out through there. So you got this little piece off. If you want, you can save it. It's a new perch. That's garbage. We don't need it. Throw it out. I'm bending this straight again here just because I don't want it to be all bent. Now this cable is loose, so we're just going to put that to the side here. And try not to get too much dirt in here. That's what will seize your cables up, make them hard to pull. You can get an oiler. I'll put that in the link in the description down below. I'll probably make a video eventually in the future how to lube your cables up. But for now, we're going to just do this clutch. So now we're going to take our drill or our socket wrench with our 8mm socket. We're just going to pull this right off the handlebar. So pop that on there, pop one off, pop two off, and boom, you got it apart. Now I'm going to use my parts tray to save these bolts just in case we need them. Not sure if the new one comes with them or not. I'm pretty sure it does, so but we're going to save it just in case. Alright, we got our new lever here. It's got a quick adjuster here to adjust how far out it swings. That's pretty cool, and how far out it sits. This one specifically requires an Allen wrench. So for this video, you are going to need an Allen wrench if you buy this specific clutch lever. This is a 5mm Allen wrench, but I just buy a whole set. Then you got your quick adjuster here. That's going to adjust how far your cable sits. So yeah, we're just going to throw this on here by loosening these up real quick and pulling these bolts out. Don't want to lose them, so be careful not to lose those because these are your new ones. Alright, so we're going to take our lever. You're just going to set it on there where you want it, to go. So this, you got to be careful because your lights are here. So if you have your kill switch and your lights there, you got to be careful of that on where it actually sits. What I think I'm going to do here in this instance, because this is pretty close there, don't want to mess that up or not be able to turn that. I'm going to actually take this and slide it over a little bit, and then we're just going to pop this in here, and that'll sit right. That'll sit just like that, and you'll be able to use that lever. Alright, so we push this over. You can actually just wiggle this over if it's already kind of loose. Mine's kind of loose, so I was able to just tap that over. So what we're going to do is we move that all the way over here to get it out of the way. You're going to set your lever where you want it to sit. Kind of line it up, look at where your brake is so it feels about the same. And then what we're going to do is just put this clamp together on here. Make sure you have your logo facing the right way, if that matters to you. And you're just going to pull your bolt, twist your bolt in. Just put some hand tighten it on there for now. Then we'll use the Allen wrench here. Tighten it up all the way. Okay, once you're on your ATV, you can sit here, you can feel where the lever is compared to your brake lever. So this is a pretty good position for me. I like kind of where that sits, and I like where it comes to on the end there, so that feels like a good spot here to use. So we're gonna then tighten it up all the way. So we're just gonna tighten this top bolt first, because like I said, I want that top one to be the tightest. Tighten that top one up here, and then don't crank on it. You're gonna want to crank on it here in a little bit, but just get it kind of tight, and then move on to the bottom bolt. And then once the bottom bolt's tight, you can do a little bit of an extra crank. You don't want to break it, and you don't want to put too much force onto it, but you also don't want that sliding or moving around when you hit bumps. Which it does have a nylon holder, so it shouldn't move on you once it's tight. That's on there pretty good, so we're good to go there. So far so good, feels good. Test it out, it's a good position. I can move this actually back over, this kill switch and lights here, I can move that over a little bit, so just inch that around here, and I'm going to actually tighten that back up here so it's a little bit tighter on there. So we got our cable, put our dust boot over top of it here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the top screw on this dust cap here, so you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. You can just pop this screw off here. I'm sure you guys all have a Phillips screwdriver, so I'm not even going to link that one in the description. I would at least hope if you guys are planning to work on things like projects like this, you would have a screwdriver. We're going to set that aside, pull this dust cable over. Now the cool thing about this is you just need to line up that groove. So it looks like this one's lined up already, so what we're going to do is we're just going to move that dust cap, bend it out of the way. There is a screw on the bottom, but we're not going to worry about that. Just pop that in the lever here, just like that. Swing it over nice and easy into the groove, just like that. And look, we can put that dust cover back on and pull our cap over. just going to screw this dust cap back on here now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come back down to the clutch. And we've been working on this cable, so it kind of shot in there a little bit. So what you can do is pull that with your pliers out. Just throw them on there. Give that a tug, give yourself some leeway here with that. Then what we're gonna do is open those pliers up. We're gonna put it on our clutch here. And we're gonna push that forward so that we can link that cable back in there into that safety. Go. We're gonna bend that little piece of metal back down. There we go, it's all attached up. Make sure your dust cover's back on that. Now this looks like it's sitting already a little high up, so what you may have to do is adjust your clutch cable, which is these two bolts here. The way you're going to do that is you're going to loosen this one, and then you're going to loosen or tighten this one, and it's going to move this metal rod back and forth to give you more or less cable over here. So you may have to adjust that. We're going to have to take it out for a spin to see where the clutch is actually sitting at. We might be good here, and then we could just use the quick adjuster, but give yourself some cable leeway just in case. You want to be able to use and adjust that quick adjuster on the top. So we're going to come back up here to our new lever that's installed. Nice and fluid. So it's important that this dust cap's here, because then you won't have to lube your cable as much. As I said earlier, I'm going to post a link in the description for a tool that I came across. It's called a cable luber. It's nice and easy. You put some cable lube and oil in there, and it just runs down the tool clamps right on there. So looks like this clutch is good to go here. Now without testing it and riding it, I'm just going to put it in gear and try it out, see how it works without starting it or anything, and then we're going to take it out for a spin and try it out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and yeah, I would definitely recommend so far checking this out. I'm going to give an in-depth review on it once we ride around with it. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you want to see that review video, let me know in the comments as well, and we're going to try this out. Looks pretty sweet. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Till next time, ride on.